Well, look, we were never expecting to get anything out of the game, and we didn't. So I think it's a game now where we've got to look back on and went, fair enough, we were beaten. Let's move on. Welcome back to West Ham, an official. Hope you are. Almost my reflection of last night's game at the Etihad. Then Manchester City 3, West Ham United nil. I was unfortunately unable to watch the game. We went out for a show last night, so I've seen the general vibe on Twitter. I've watched the highlights. And I thought I'd just come on this morning just to give my thoughts of what you all saw last night. Well, first off, it seems we defended really, really well, resolutely. Ogbonna, very, very good, I'm hearing. Overall, defended really solidly and kept Man City out quite comfortably and went into half time still goalless, and we were delighted at that stage. You know, when I saw that score 0-0 at half time, I was like, what a start that is. And I was, confident. And, you are always, when you play Man City, fearful of if they score one, they'll go on and score a few more. And that's exactly what they did last night. And just one error and one goal changes it all, because I couldn't see us coming back into the game through scoring a goal. So we just had to try and keep it level for as long as possible. We were undone just 5 minutes after the resuming after half time. Nathan Ake, I think it was Flynn Downs who gave away the free kick, and Nathan Ake heads it in at the back post. I mean, it's poor marking because Ogbonna had about three men to mark there, all on his own at the back post. And I know we sort of put together a mixed up defence because of the issues that I'll talk about in just a second. But I mean, spread yourselves out a bit more. It's common sense. Ogbonna was marking three men, and he shouldn't have been doing that. And the big old Nathan Ake at the back post heads it in, and then probably all West Ham fans went, there you go, that's that then, isn't it? Because I couldn't see us getting back into it when it was 1-0. And unfortunately, we didn't. Just 20 minutes later, the record was broken. At least we saw a record broken last night. Erling Haaland scored after Danny Ings gave the ball away just after coming onto the pitch. We'll get onto him in just a second. And never in doubt, Erling Haaland slots it away and breaks the Premier League goal scoring record. And the thing with Erling Haaland is you've just got to sit back, clap your hands and go, well done, mate, 'cause he's been brilliant this season. You can't deny that. And the stats back it up. Stats back up most things, and it does exactly to Erling Haaland. So, I mean, I think, I think we should get praise because he only scored one against us. He's only scored three against us over the two games. I think we've got off quite lightly compared to some of the sides. But yeah, fair play to him. Got himself on the score sheet. And then Phil Foden with a brilliant effort. I think it was just outside the box, a volley, drilled it in to finish things off 5 minutes from time, a 3-0. In the end, comfortable victory. But I think we made it quite difficult for him in the first half. Restricted them, defended really, really well. We only had 20% possession, I think, but if we would have, if Bowen would have crossed that and got it to Emerson over on the back post and he'd have tapped it in and we were 1-0 up, you never know. It's a game, of course, of if, buts and maybes for West Ham. But at the end of the day, we didn't get completely embarrassed. Some sides have gone on and gone absolutely better, but we stood toe-to-toe with them. We kept them level until just after half-time. And then they came in, a couple of errors from West Ham that could have been avoided, cost us in the end. And I'll talk about the sort of issue that we've got there with team news. When I saw it, I thought, Christ, Moyes rotated until I saw Rice, Souček and Agerd were all not on the bench. I thought that was a bit weird. And then I went onto Twitter and the whole outburst has started that they all felt ill around 2 o'clock and all went home and weren't well enough. Now, I thought straight away this is a bit strange. And we've heard from a couple of journalists that since then, apparently it was two of them had food poisoning, one of them had a virus. And also one of the backroom staff had food poisoning as well. I think that's what somebody said. Don't quote me on that. But I think that's what he said. So it seems like a bit of a lasagna gate. Maybe Man City were scared of us. I reckon lasagna gate's come back again. They went and they saw us in whatever year it was. I don't know. I wasn't here. Whatever year it was, went, lasagna gate against West Ham. We need this game. They're a good side, West Ham. Let's just chuck a few dodgy things in their meal, shall we? No. Unlucky because, I would have expected at least Rice or one of them to start, Rice or Souček to start. Moyes did rotate, but it was more forced than anything. And will it probably do us a favour? Maybe if we can get all those players fit and ready to go, ready for Sunday night at the London Stadium. But players came in, players got minutes corners, still can't get any minutes, which is frustrating. But Downs started in midfield, which was good. A bit of a bit of a makeshift defence was put together. And first off, we defended really well, so you can't blame that at all. Sufa went off right at the end, I heard as well, with what appeared to be a hamstring injury, which is just not what we need right now. I thought I'd seen enough of Johnson and Kehrer at right back, but it seems like we might be going back that way if that injury is anything to note of. So fingers crossed it was just a, just a knock that he can, run off overnight. Well, not overnight, run off in training in the next couple of days and be ready and fit because, yeah, he's a key player, Vladimir Sufal, and to see him go off at the end was not a good sight at all. Now, of course, there's been many speculations about the giveaway, really, of the second goal from West Ham. Danny Ings comes on, and about 30 seconds later, he gives it straight to Man City. You go up, give it to Haaland, and he bangs it in. 2-0, game over at that stage. Now, the whole issue of Danny Ings has reappeared, and many people have questioned it and mentioned it overnight. Now, I was excited when we signed Danny Ings. I'm not going to lie. I thought that's a good signing if we play him in the right system. If that's the big if, I think we could get the best out of him. A Premier League proven striker, and I was excited at the prospect of Danny Ings coming in and scoring goals in this West Ham side. Now, what's he scored 2 goals in the Premier League since he came in January? It's not had the effect we want. That's completely undeniable. It's down to him and it's down to Moyes. Moyes has decided to play this system that completely exposes every single one of his weaknesses, which is baffling. We hear from people that Moyes studies these players before he signs them, and then he signs Ings and plays them in a complete opposite system that benefits him. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. But at times, Ings doesn't help himself as well. Every single time Ings comes on, and I was sat there watching the show, and I went and I showed Dad, there we go, 69th minute, Antonio for Ings. It is clockwork, like clockwork. And I said, well, that's the attacking threat all gone. I don't know how much threat Antonio posed to Manchester City. I should suspect it was minimal, but I would also suspect that it probably all stopped when Danny Ings comes on, because the way we play football does not help Danny Ings whatsoever. Danny Ings is a poacher who you need to get somebody up there with him to play off him, and then Danny Ings is going to be effective in and around the box when the ball's at his feet, to poach it, to put it in, and to score goals frequently. But that's not the way we're playing, and whether it's against Man City or Southampton, whoever it is, that's the way we've played. And Danny Ings is having to adapt to this, which he's quite clearly not doing. And then he's getting criticism because he's not helping himself at times as well. I said from the start, as soon as we sort of saw this, I went, Danny Ings isn't the answer. As soon as I saw something, Danny Ings is not the answer if we want to play this way of football. David Moyes has been stubborn and he's stood there, and you can see, we can all see that Danny Ings is ineffective in this system, but he hasn't changed it. He's kept it as it is and hoped that a miracle would happen and Ings would start to click, and it hasn't happened. And now he's, getting criticism for a poor pass, but he's got no confidence. The geezer's got no confidence. He's not starting games, which I'm pretty glad of because he's poor, And then he's coming on and stopping any attacking threat we have. I'm frustrated when Danny Ings comes on a pitch. It's an ongoing issue there where Moyes has got to put a stop to it and go, you know what, Danny, thank you very much, but in the summer we're going to have to let you go because we're going to resolutely keep playing this way of football. It's going to kill Danny Ings' career. What's left of it? Because it's just not working. I'd have rather he kept Antonio on there and huffed and puffed a bit because he would have been more effective than Danny Ings having 3 touches of the ball in 25 minutes of football. That's probably what it was. But I just don't get it. I don't get it. And then the other subject is of course the fans. Now I salute the fans that went up there last night, knowing we were going to lose. And there was the issue of the away end wasn't full, and that was to be expected. We've sold out every single away end comfortably this season, whether it's been in Europe or in the Premier League. Now we've got a lot of criticism for that away end being half empty last night, and I can understand people going first glance going, what the hell's that? West Ham sell it out every week. But the issue that some people have and don't understand is that the away end was sold out. It was sold out for a Sunday 2:00 kickoff. But it was rearranged because of the FA Cup and the tickets remained. And many people are going to the Dam, 2 weeks time, Amsterdam. They can't afford it. There was many factors that came into why that away end was like that. And we've received some criticism, which was to be expected, but the context of it, I think, cancels it out because it's like you buying a concert ticket for a Sunday and it gets rearranged for a Wednesday, knowing that most of the people going I've got to have 2 days off work in 2 weeks' time to go to Amsterdam. I think it's harsh on West Ham fans. Every single one that went out there, I salute you. You know, times are hard at the moment. We are in a living crisis. We've got some more important games coming up that are more winnable, that some people prioritise, which I completely understand. But the ones that went up there, absolutely brilliant. You know, you cannot deny their support. And yeah, we salute you. Getting home at 3, 4 o'clock this morning. Most of you getting up and going to work 7 o'clock this morning. We salute you. Absolutely brilliant. In the end, we fell short, which was to be expected at the Etihad Stadium. We now move on to Manchester United. We need probably, for me, 1 point to secure safety, but one more win would just completely finish it off. Will we get it at home on a Sunday 7 o'clock kickoff at Manchester United on Sunday? You'll have to wait and see. Will we then go into the bogey Brentford and then the Leeds and Leicester in the penultimate games of the Premier League season? Let's hope not. Let's hope we can get it done on Sunday. But we got what we expected last night, and we can't grumble too much. Individual errors in the end cost us slightly, but it is what it is. From me, come on, you eyes, and we'll see you soon right here on West Ham Unofficial. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.